In a quaint village at the foot of a misty mountain, there lived a humble farmer named Kenji. Despite his hard work, Kenji always struggled to make ends meet. He often heard tales of the wise Zen Master Hiroshi, who lived in a serene monastery atop the mountain and was known for his profound wisdom. Desperate for a change, Kenji decided to seek the master's guidance. After a long and arduous climb, he reached the monastery and found Master Hiroshi meditating in a tranquil garden. Bowing deeply, Kenji explained his plight and asked, "Master, how can I attract richness into my life?" Master Hiroshi smiled and gestured for Kenji to sit beside him. He pointed to a large, ancient tree at the center of the garden, its branches heavy with fruit. "Kenji, do you see that tree? It provides shade, shelter, and nourishment to all who come near. It is rich because it gives freely and abundantly." Kenji looked puzzled. "But Master, I have so little to give. How can I be like the tree?" Master Hiroshi stood up and picked up a small, seemingly insignificant seed from the ground. "This seed," he said, "holds the potential to grow into a tree as magnificent as the one you see. But first, it must be planted and nurtured." Richness, Kenji, begins with a single act of giving. He handed the seed to Kenji and continued, "Go back to your village and start by sharing what little you have. Help your neighbors, offer kindness, and be generous with your time and effort." Richness is not merely about wealth. It is about abundance in spirit and heart. Inspired and hopeful, Kenji returned to his village. He began by sharing his crops with those in need, helping his neighbors repair their homes, and offering his time to teach children how to plant and cultivate their own gardens. Though his resources were limited, his heart was full of generosity. As weeks turned into months, a remarkable change swept through the village. The more Kenji gave, the more support he received in return. Neighbors came together, sharing their own resources and skills. Kenji's fields began to thrive. His yields multiplied, and the village prospered as a community. One day, Kenji realized that he had indeed attracted richness into his life. Not just in the form of material wealth, but in the deep connections and collective prosperity that had blossomed around him. He understood Master Hiroshi's wisdom. True richness comes from a generous heart and the abundance it creates. With gratitude, Kenji climbed back up the mountain to thank Master Hiroshi. The Zen master welcomed him with a knowing smile. "You have learned well, Kenji. Remember, the seed of richness grows through acts of giving and the nurturing of community. Continue to be like the tree, and your life will always be abundant." And so, Kenji lived the rest of his days as a beacon of generosity and prosperity, proving that the true path to richness begins with the simple act of giving.
Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring tales. Until next time, keep believing and stay radiant.